am going to be making some oatmeal pancakes. I've said before that I kind of skew towards whole grains and whole foods, and these pancakes definitely fall in line. They have whole wheat flour and whole oats in them, but these are my favorite pancakes. These are the pancakes that I make regularly, all the time. This is my first choice of pancake. Sometimes I want something more plain, but these are the ones that are my pancakes. Because of the whole wheat flour and the oatmeal, they have a fuller flavor. So sometimes my husband likes to just eat them plain without any syrup or anything like that because they're just yummy on their own. So let's just go ahead and get started. First thing we're gonna do is get 2 cups of a plant milk. I'm using soy milk in this one, but use almond milk, use rice milk, whatever it is that you like. I often use soy milk because it has a higher fat content. It's just a little richer. Always organic, but use whatever plant milk you like. Next, you're gonna do 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar. That was a little much. I'm not gonna do all that. And you're just gonna stir it around a little bit. It's gonna curdle the milk. And then you just set it aside for 5 minutes. In a medium bowl, or I often like to just use my large measuring cup because then I can just pour. So in this, I'm just gonna put in my oats. You have a cup of whole oats, 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, 3 tablespoons. You can do agave or maple syrup. I'm just doing agave this time. It's really interchangeable. Maple syrup is gonna give you a little bit more mapley flavor, and that's why sometimes I don't use it because I'm going to be using maple syrup anyways. But whatever you like. If you're not a fan of the agave, which I understand lots of people are not, don't use that. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 2 tablespoons of applesauce. Our soy milk has been sitting for 5 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and pour that in as well. Mix it up. You're gonna let it sit for 5 minutes. The oats are gonna soak up some of that moisture and get a little softer. And next we're gonna sift the dry ingredients. 1.5 cups of whole wheat flour. This is not whole wheat pastry flour, it is regular whole wheat flour. I've tried it with the pastry flour, and for whatever reason it doesn't work as well. I like it with the whole wheat flour. So just get the whole wheat, plain whole wheat grind. 1/2 teaspoon salt, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, one-half teaspoon of cinnamon, and just a pinch of fresh nutmeg. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just grate a little bit in there. Okay, and you're just going to, look at the cloud. Gonna sift that. And once it's sifted, you still want to whisk it just to incorporate everything. Make sure everything's blended up well. Next, we're gonna pour in the wet ingredients and oats that have been sitting for 5 minutes. Just pour it directly in there. And just mix it up. So you can see it's a thick batter. So you just want to stir it until it's blended. You're gonna preheat your pan to a medium heat, 4 or 5, if you have numbers. I am sure that you've made a pancake before, and I'm sure that you know about all the weirdness of pancakes, and your pan is too hot, and then it's not hot and warm enough, and all of that. So use all your previous pancake making skills to determine if you need a hotter pan, etc. But if you find that they are sticking when you try and flip them, turn the heat down and let them cook a little bit longer. I just do a light oil spray. I do coconut oil whenever it's something sweet, and then I just wipe it. And I'm going to keep this little paper here so that I can wipe in between pancakes. About 1/4 cup. Like I said, it's a thick pancake mix, so you kind of shape them a little bit. Turn that heat up. So I'm gonna let those cook for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. There's gonna be a few small little bubbles, but it's not gonna be bubbles like your traditional white pancakes, because it's got all kinds of bumps and nooks and crannies to move through. And it starts to look dry, a little drier around the edges, and is puffed up. All right, so there you can see, nice and brown, just golden, regular pancake look. Pancakes. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep making these, and then I'll come back and I'll dig in and show you what they look like inside. I'm all done. It made 18 pancakes. I have a couple of tips. 2 things. Don't make them too thick, so when, a scant 1/4 cup, and spread it out, because there's lots of chunks in there and you want it to be able to cook through. So a scant 1/4 cup, make sure you spread it around so it's not too thick. And also, when I am done making them, I put them in a warm oven. So my oven, the lowest is 170. So I'll turn it to 170 and then just turn it off and leave them in there so that they can stay warm. If you have a warming drawer, that's awesome too. Whatever you do for your normal pancakes. So let's just tear into one so that you can see what it's all about. Go for this one. Yummy pancake. It's a fluffy pancake, but it is full of those yummy, nutty flavors of the whole wheat flour and the oats. They're so easy to make. Try them. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with any of your vegan friends. Also, make sure to subscribe below so you don't miss a thing. Thanks for watching.